Hey everybody, and welcome back to Terps Esports, live from College Park. My name is Nolan.
And my name is Mel. We're super excited to have you guys back tonight for a very special stream.
That's right, this stream is like no other we have done before. We've got something very exciting lined up. Two very special guests will be joining us today to go head-to-head in College Football 26.
Our first guest tonight is someone who's got just about an hour of experience with College Football 26, and that hour came in the studio earlier today. We will be joined by the president of UMD's very own gaming club, Josiah Altschuler.
And our next very special guest, someone who knows the game a little bit better. We're going to have the lead project manager of College Football 26, Lucas Wooleyhand of EA Sports, joining us as well.
Before we get them here, though, I want to talk about why. Within Terps Esports, we aim to unite our students as well as the broader school community through one of the world's most popular recreational hobbies, video games. Tonight, we have the opportunity to strengthen our community bonds by collaborating with one of the amazing technical minds behind the games we play.
Yeah, absolutely. And here on the Terps Esports Twitch and YouTube channels, we bring you live matches throughout the week. We kick off with League of Legends on Mondays. We then move to Rocket League on Tuesdays. We have Overwatch on Wednesdays. And last but not least, Valorant on Thursdays.
Now to our guests. First, let's get Josiah out here. And hello, here we have Josiah Altschuler, our very own here at UMD, president of the UMCP Gaming Club. Now, before we got into this interview, you were messing with the wires on the controller. Tell me, have you always been a technology guy? Was there a specific event or someone who really got you into just kind of tech, software, hardware at all?
Yeah, so a lot of people in the industry sort of have someone in their family that brought them into it, but I didn't really have that. What happened is one day my dad was like doing the laundry. He stepped on my computer and broke the screen, and eventually I got a replacement. And then I noticed the replacement was a lot faster than the one that I had prior. So I got curious about how they worked and kept learning about it. By 13, I built my first computer, and I spent the last 10 years working in IT and increasing my knowledge of the field.
I think that's actually really such a fun intro to the field. But so what's the difference between your organization at UMCP Gaming and somewhere where I work, like UMD Esports?
So UMCP Gaming is a student club, which means that we're run entirely by student volunteers. We have very limited funding, but we try to make the best of what we have, and that includes primarily community-focused games like Minecraft or what's some other ones? Project Sakai is one that we just added, actually, as an example. It's a rhythm game, and Osu is another one. So various other we mostly do community-related games, and but we also do a little bit of competitive. We have a couple games that we do, Marvel Rivals. We also do R6 Siege, and so we try and support both as best we can with what we have, and we're open to all members of the UMD community.
We love the diverse selection. Either way, we're really happy to have you here at UMD Esports. So with your time with UMCP Gaming, you've done a lot of like unpaid IT. What was like the most challenging project you've done, and what have you learned from that experience?
Yeah, so recently we created a system which uses two virtualized computers. We took a machine with a graphics card that has two GPU chips on it, and we split it out into between two different users. And we found that it worked pretty well, but it was very complicated to set up. There are a lot of licensing issues. And we also found that a lot of these people, these games, they don't like running with inside a virtual machine. So we figured out that a lot of the times the plan doesn't go to plan, but we still think that we can make what we've done be useful for the gaming community at UMD.
That's awesome. I wasn't even aware at the extent of what your club was doing. Yeah. So I also hear that you have hosted and managed Minecraft servers for over the past 10 years, including for UMCP Gaming. So which mob vote do you miss the most?
Oh, it's definitely the Blaze King. That would have been so cool, having a boss in the Nether, but the Phantom had to win.
That was a good pick. What motivated you to take on such a significant role in these big organizational efforts that you kind of consistently put yourself in?
I guess when I was in high school, I ran a club, and I found that I was really good at bringing together a community of people. And then when I came to UMD, I immediately got back involved in that community. And when I came to UMCP Gaming, I first started doing what I'd done before, which is running a Minecraft server. And I said, you know what, let's see if we can make it work here at UMD, and I've continued to do that. Eventually, I became the treasurer of UMCP Gaming very soon afterwards, and after that, I was the choice. The UMCP Games Board elected me to the position of president, and that's where I've been ever since. So it's about bringing together people in our shared love of gaming. That's what drives me to lead this community.
Kind of honing in on that love of people, like what have you learned about managing online communities in this like extensive list of positions you've taken?
I think that the most important thing is listening to the people that are attending your events, asking for feedback proactively, and implementing changes but not blindly, but thinking about balancing your perspective and the perspective of those that are attending your events. That is the important part when it comes to managing a community like this.
Okay, kind of touching on your professional side a little bit, you are also currently an intern for the Institute of Bioscience and Biotechnology Research. Is there any overlap with like your hobby and club activity there, or is it kind of like just how does it reflect your professional and personal goals? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so in terms of so in my time at UMCP Gaming, I definitely have helped a lot of people with their various issues with technology, and that is just an extension of the work that I do day by day at the Institute for Bioscience and Biotechnology Research, otherwise known as IBBR, helping out users through a variety of technical issues. It's just honing my skills even more in IT that I've been doing all over the last 10 years. And I think that in terms of the overlap, there's a lot of technical stuff when you run our Minecraft server, like server-side things that you have to run and know how to deal with developers and things, and that has also helped me when I've gone to work with our development team at IBBR working on bioscience advancements.
I really admire just like all the effort you put into both your hobby life and your professional life. The real question that I'm sure we are all asking, how do you balance just the sheer magnitude of work you're doing?
Yeah, not not great. I'm very busy, always, and I want to go and I'm hoping that when I get into my actual industry, which is IT, I hope I'm able to get into a normal 9 to 5 and have a fixed sleep schedule. But right now it's always a bit hectic, but I love it because I love being able to serve this community and bring other people joy, even if I find myself stressed out quite a bit.
Well, we really appreciate that you took time out of your huge schedule to come here. Thank you so much for talking to us. We're going to jump to a quick break now, and we will see you later.
And we are back now with Lucas Wooleyhand of EA Sports. Lucas, thank you for tuning in with us today. Where are you coming from today?
I am coming to you from Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't get you in studio, but we know even though you are a Florida man now, you are a Maryland guy at heart. We're not going to hold the fact that you didn't go to UMD against you, but being a local guy, do you have any sort of Maryland memories that stand out to you?
Oh, man. So I grew up to a family of educators, and so it was the first time I got to go to a Maryland basketball game, and my dad pointed down the court and told me that I taught that guy that's playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty awesome. Maryland, sports are a thing that certainly matters at this university. One of them, of course, is football, the one we're working with today. What was your football experience before coming into EA to work on college football?
I'm a lifelong fan of football. I love the Ravens for all the trials and tribulations that means. I'm a big college football fan. I would say I was more of a professional sports fan when I came to EA, but working on college football and working with all these passionate folks that helped make this game really, I think, underlined how great of a sport it is for me.
Yeah, well, of course, at ESPA now, we know for a few years you were working with big, huge games, a lot of time spent with their mobile game called Dominations. What was your experience working in the mobile world like, and how would you sort of combine or compare the experiences that you have had between mobile and console gaming?
I'd say mobile development happens at such a fast pace. It's very data oriented, and so I feel like it gave me a great foundation for the different ways that you can measure performance in a title, whether it's engagement, retention, monetization, which I know is not the most popular buzzword for mobile titles, but it gave me a really strong foundation to work with and bring into console and have a sense of how to make the game appealing to players, and even if it's not appealing, how to kind of learn from those decisions and continue to iterate and make a better product.
Yeah, that's great. And that data point was interesting to me because I understand that alongside your experience within the game design world, you also have a very big background in data and data analytics. How do those two fields combine in what you do with Electronic Arts?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, game design is a bunch of decisions that you have to make about how you want to build your game for your player. And analytics provides a lot of opportunities to learn about what your player's doing. Everybody has a lot that they'd say about the games they play, anecdotal feedback about what they like and they don't like. But data oftentimes gives you a really clear view into the way people are actually going through that experience.
Yeah. And for those of you at home that aren't the biggest college football fanatics, CFB was a game that the football fan base really wanted for a long time. It was discontinued in 2014, down for a decade, and then brought back. Now, Lucas, you having been in on the earlier side of that development, what has the experience been like of fulfilling this game that a very large portion of the community wanted and being able to work and get these universities involved in a game like this?
It's been absolutely amazing to get to work with so many passionate developers, so many passionate partners, so many of the players out in college football on the field. There's something really special about being able to provide a medium that those players can end up in players' households and become household names. There's a lot of guys that are going to play in college that may never make it to the NFL, but will still become known and familiar to folks through this game, and I think there's something really special about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Lucas, thank you for joining us here today. And now that we are done with the interviews, it's time to get into some gaming. All right, and here we are right at the beginning of Game 1 between Lucas and Josiah. We have Josiah, the hometown Terp, playing as Maryland at CQ Stadium. Woo-woo! Lucas, on the other end, playing as Michigan Wolverines, Maryland's next opponent, their last opponent of this football season.
Now tell me, when is that game?
That game's going to be on Saturday. It's at 4 o'clock. It's going to be a very interesting one because Maryland has not had the season that a lot of people really expected them to have. And, I mean, Lucas, as a local guy, we were just talking a little bit about it before. What do you think about what you've sort of taken from this Maryland year?
I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited about the future.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good young guys. Link Washington in particular has looked really, really great.
Certainly has, but funnily enough, we've done this with Maryland before, and Malik's actually lower rated than his backup, Justin Martin, something
Really?
that I think you might have to send in a patch note for next time they go through the rosters here.
Yeah, I might have to talk to somebody about that.
Yeah, well, right now we're not going to see it because, of course, Lucas is playing on offense at the moment. He's going to take it with the option play. That's a fun one. We haven't seen an option play in here yet. That is how you know that somebody has played this game before. And, I mean, we talked before, Lucas, you said probably, what, hundreds of hours in this game?
At least.
Yeah. I mean,
hundreds of hours.
yeah. Well, I know, Mel, we also have a little bit of varied experience in
Oh, that's a
football
generous way
ourselves.
of putting it.
Well, what is your football experience, Mel?
I think the way to best sum up my football experience is as I once bought a Washington Chiefs mug for my grandfather.
A Washington Chiefs mug. There you have it,
Yep.
folks. Personally, I would say I'm, I guess, a little bit more of the knower here, but
Just a little bit.
it's very interesting because, I mean, what's your take from looking at this here as a game?
Well, from a game, it is visually gorgeous. I do have to give it to the graphics department. They do consistently update it every year. I do see visual improvements. For gameplay, it is kind of alien to me, though, again, we're not going through a tutorial match, so I can't hold that against them, but I would love maybe like a guide, maybe like a mini Nolan on screen who can tell me what's happening.
Well, the big Nolan that is not on the screen can tell you right now that Lucas just makes play after play against Josiah. He is tearing this defense apart. Lucas, I cannot imagine what it's been like for you to sort of work on a game like this to then, go home and think about potentially playing it after the fact. Is there sort of a work-life balance with Madden?
Yeah, I definitely got to make it a conscious effort to not just play these games. I do really enjoy sports titles in general. But I think it is good to have more varied gaming experiences to kind of flesh out like your day-to-day.
Yeah.
Well,
And honestly, spending time not playing games when you work in games is extra important.
what games do you use to spice up your life then? What are our number one titles second to sports games?
RPGs.
Oh.
Interesting. Any in particular that you really play a lot?
I frequently go back to like the Mass Effect series. I'm a big Fallout fan.
Aren't we all?
Very excited for season 2 of the TV show to come out soon as well.
Yeah, no, certainly very good choices. But, of course, now we are back to college football. Lucas is going to be taking it here.
Now, Nolan, tell me what this star means.
So the star is the star players on your team. Those are the best ones. And in Michigan's case, it's one of the offensive linemen that made a great block there as Lucas gets the first touchdown of the game. Lucas, break that play down for us there. What did you see?
I had another crosser go out because I figured after the last one he would kind of bite on that and then waited for the running back to come over in the flat.
Yeah, and that is exactly what happened. It's very fun to see a good football mind come in here. I know last time in our series here in the Terps Esports studio, we had two brothers, one of whom, of course, is the director of Reckwell, and Mel, the other one, he was a bit of an interesting character.
I wasn't actually there for that interview.
Oh, but surely you watched it. I know you are very invested in what I'm doing here because I was, of course, the one to do that interview.
I am Nolan's number one super fan.
But now it's going to be the College Park Gaming guy, Josiah's turn. He scrambles around the end zone a little bit, and he brings the ball out, gets it just about to the 23-yard line. Nope, that's the 10-yard line. I can't read.
So we are going to get a little bit more into this during Josiah's interview, but Lucas, what would you recommend to someone who maybe is just getting into this style of game, like, unfortunately, Josiah is tonight?
Well, I think the difficulty settings are important to kind of get comfortable with the pace of gameplay and the speed that some of this stuff happens. I know that our Ultimate Team mode in college has a really great series of onboarding challenges to help new users get adjusted to the kind of gameplay that we have present in the game.
What does a college football Ultimate Team look like for people who aren't really familiar with the CFB game? Is it?
Honestly, it looks fairly similar to a lot of other Ultimate Team products you might find in other titles, where it's very representative of the active players in sport, with a mix of legends of the game as well.
As that pass was very nearly intercepted. Josiah seems to be having a little bit of difficulty getting this Maryland offense going. But, of course, a big factor in this game is that teams are weighted to how good they are in real life. And as Maryland fans are likely going to find out on Saturday, Michigan, certainly a better team.
Ooh.
That's a big reason why. They got big defenders that can make important plays like that. Great hit on the quarterback as the pass was trying to be thrown, and now Josiah is going to have to punt.
Now I have a question for both possibly Lucas and Nolan. As we see like selections for the possible plays, we see they have different names. How are those names like established? What is considered a canon name to be put into these EA games for a play?
Well, there's a variety of terms that mean different things in different offenses or defenses. And generally the playbooks are built off of a lot of that terminology. So if I were to point out an example, like a PA double post would have a play action at the start of the play, and you know at least two of your players are running post routes. While there's the formation, which is gun Y off trips, which lets you know some of the information about the other players in the formation.
Yeah. Well,
get a delayed game penalty.
Yeah, it's looking like it might be, but
Oh, there's test two.
there was a timeout taken for you, so no worries there. Of course, you know, we aren't trying to distract you too much talking here, but
You're good.
I know one of the really interesting things that's happened with college football is coaches have actually taken like copies of the games and they've put their own team's full real playbooks in there.
Wow.
Was that something that you guys in the EA team were kind of hoping would happen or expecting to happen?
Yeah, I think it's great to see people buy in and really show passion for being in the game and the experience that gets brought to players. And I feel like that authenticity of having an accurate playbook is a big part of what that feels like for a fan.
That's awesome. I'm sitting here thinking of just, again, looking at these visuals, particularly the Testudo statue and mascot uniform. How are those, do you have any input into those models or like how those are put into game, these very unique models for these different college campuses? Like, is that a lot of extra work for the team?
Yes.
I can imagine when I'm thinking about just like all of the work that gets put into developing just the plays themselves and the actual gameplay, when you're thinking of all this like kind of supplemental, just extra pizzazz put into it, like that cute little Testudo statue. I'm wondering like which specific one did they reference? Was it custom made? I have so many questions in that those little development highlights.
Yeah, honestly, I need to figure out why my camera's gotten so weird.
It is doing a fun little jitter.
The jitter is one of the crowd's favorite parts of this game because basically what it does is it'll take in the stadium pulse. So it'll give a little bit of home field advantage because, you know, these games can end up feeling pretty neutral as sports games. They can't quite represent what it's like to be a player on the field with 50,000 angry people screaming at you. And so college football was actually super innovative in doing what they did with crowd noise and sort of the impact it has. You see it here. The screen's shaking. 4th and 3. It's a big play. A regular stadium would be up on their feet right now. And you can feel that as the quarterback. But, of course, the experience wins out. It's an easy first down completion for Michigan and for Lucas.
Now, are you telling me, Nolan, that we should start shouting at Lucas to properly emulate a stadium experience?
I don't know, Lucas, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, really ramp up the crowd noise, please.
Oh, no. I was not expecting him to say yes. Oh, I don't want to yell in the studio.
It's all right. I think people at home will appreciate if we don't. But it's little fun niches like that that have really made college football such an engaging experience for the user. And, I mean, that realism piece you touched on, Mel, I mean, we walked past CQ Stadium on our way to the Terps Esports studio today.
We did.
And it's a dead ringer, you got to say. They did an excellent job at getting everything in the game properly.
No, I almost think right in the background you can see the gum I spit out on the sidewalk over there. I'm actually really impressive in that live time update because that was maybe an hour ago.
Yeah, as In live time here, that is another touchdown for Lucas. Underwood goes on the scramble. He finds the receiver in the back of the end zone. And just like that, it is 13-0, pending the extra point. We are still in the first quarter, folks. This could be a very long game for Maryland's own Josiah.
He's putting in a really good college try for it being one of his first times, if not his first, playing this game. You can't fault him for his maybe inexperience. I think it's the effort and the energy that he's putting out that really matters. Oh, and we're getting some cheerleaders.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that's part of the pomp and circumstance of your average college game. They got to throw little bits and pieces of it in here. Of course, nobody's coming to College Football 26 to watch the cheerleading show.
Well, I wouldn't put that off yet. I'm waiting for college cheerleading 2027. When is it coming, Lucas?
Ooh. I'm not aware of any cheerleading products.
You're letting me down.
Maybe EA doesn't take it, but I'm sure somebody else will.
I'll put the funding. I'll back it.
Yeah.
I got $5 with your name on it. Whoever wants to develop collegiate cheerleading 2027, contact me. My contact's on the screen.
Well,
Be a rhythm game.
oh, go ahead. Could be a rhythm game. It certainly could.
See, this is why he's the one developing the games.
Yeah, certainly has that sort of insight. But in terms of being game design, how much input do you have over various aspects of college football?
Ooh. It's a really good question. So a lot of my position is over Ultimate Team, and so I would say that's the area that I have the most influence. I get to work with a lot of great designers, producers, and different folks that are bringing live content to Ultimate Team nearly every day. And so I'd say that's the area that I most frequently get to insert my opinion.
What sorts of opinions? Like what things can people at home open up Ultimate Team, look at, and either give you some applause or send you a very unpleasant Twitter message?
I think. I'd say one of our newer programs that's come out in the last week is Blue Chip. And that's a program that I was really excited that we were able to get in game. It highlights a lot of the anchors on different teams all around CFB.
Very interesting.
And I think I've done the wrong formation here.
Yeah, he went for a fourth down. We were expecting a punt, and he's got the receiver open in the middle of the field. Maybe not the most deserved first down for Josiah, but his first down regardless. He won't care how it happens. He just gets to keep playing on offense for a little bit, try and cut into that lead. It's going to be very interesting to see what he does next here, because I think, obviously, Mel, you aren't the biggest football knower, but there's a bit of a gulf in talent here that you can maybe see.
I can definitely see that certain people are falling over a bit more than others, if you know what I mean. I was sitting and talking with Josiah before this, and I think it's just, again, there's this shared unfamiliarity that you and Lucas, I got there, have that I just don't think we can fully capture as onlookers. But I think that's kind of what makes this little setup so interesting, because we have such diametrically opposed sides to our interviews. We have a professional who's literally working on this game regularly. He's putting his blood, sweat, tears into this game itself. We can see it. And then we have people who are just kind of passively consuming the game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can even this out on something else another time if Lucas is having such a great time here. We'll get Josiah somewhere he's more comfortable.
And maybe
Josiah's making some great plays right now.
He certainly is. That was a huge pass to Jalil Farouk. I think what he figured out that maybe he didn't figure out before was that he had to push and hold on the pass button to give the pass more power. I think you might have just been feathering it before. One of those things that doesn't necessarily come intuitively to someone who hasn't played a sport, but certainly does make a difference, yeah.
So how would you translate maybe like real world sports skills into this game? Do you think that there's a good translation, or that there is kind of a steep learning curve between maybe someone who is familiar and is on the field with football to coming into an EA game?
I think that's a really interesting challenge that pretty much any sports game has, where you want to appeal to as many people as you can, people that maybe haven't played that sport before. But just by being based around a sport, especially one as complex as football, it does have barriers to entry, and I think it's the challenge on myself and my coworkers, the people that are developing the games, to figure out how to overcome those barriers.
Yeah, well, it is certainly a barrier that's been overcome pretty well so far. Even Josiah looks a lot more confident going over to my left shoulder, seeing him looking at the screen. He looks like he knows what he's doing a little bit more. It's something that you can pick up, and at least for somebody who's experienced with games, you can learn fairly quickly. It's a little intuitive like that.
There definitely is kind of just core elements of game design that we're seeing that can help maybe, again, someone completely unfamiliar with the sport or the gameplay really pick it up pretty well. Like, I can get a kind of understanding of, okay, we have to decide this play to make, then we have to decide which character is making this play. There is levels, again, of, as you said, intuition that I think apply very well to all sports games, but particularly this football.
Yeah, well, a very important game or play in the game right now. It's 4th down. The pass is incomplete. That pass ended up in the Maryland receiver's hands, but great action from the Michigan defender to just get up and contest it, make it difficult. We know, Lucas, that was all you're doing. You want to talk us through it right there?
On the goal line, I'm a big fan of man coverage. Just want to make sure every guy has a guy.
Yeah, and the guy did have the guy right there.
They stuck to their guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with the offense looking to scramble, that ball ends up going into the back of the offensive lineman. Maybe not the start he would have wanted, but Lucas is up 14-0. Minute left in this second quarter. You're going to have to go in at halftime, give a particularly rousing team talk as we hit our, what is it? I think it's, 5 seconds of break that they give for halftime?
Maybe 6 if they're feeling generous.
Yeah.
Now, Lucas, I don't want to put your skill into question, but answer us truthfully. Are you in the game's code right now putting the game into your favor? Like, are you messing around with the wires, getting them crossed, putting Josiah into the dirt?
No, but that would be cool.
Well, now I'm suspicious if you think it's cool. We're going to have to do some regulatory checks after this game to make sure all's fair, just for Josiah's posterity.
Yeah, I hope nobody quietly put me on a different difficulty setting.
It's possible they did, but you're certainly making the most of it here. 3rd down, you go for the easy pass to the flat. Back just doesn't get there. It's going to be 4th down. You going to go for that?
I mean, every instinct says no.
I say yes.
I don't want to.
Well, looking at Josiah, I'm not sure that he's going to really know if you do. We saw it earlier. He actually got you on it. That's one of the things with Madden I'm really curious about, or CFB, sorry, that I'm very curious about, is people will go for punt formations, and then the other person goes for a play, and it doesn't automatically switch them. Is that something that's sort of come up at all in your team?
Honestly, I hadn't seen this issue before.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's not something that comes up in Ultimate Team, but it is something that I've seen even playing myself, where when you're playing these sort of local hosted 1v1 games, people can really catch you out if you go for a play when they're expecting a punt, and the formation's just a big mismatch like you got there.
We're seeing some live bug fixing or bug reporting from Nolan, it seems.
Maybe not bug, just something that
Issue.
wasn't accounted for. But, of course, I mean, building a game like this up from the base, I
Oh,
cannot
yes,
imagine is
yes.
anything like an easy process for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, even with the yearly releases, there's always a ton of challenges with delivering a clean build each year.
I do have to ask, in all of your time working in development, do you have a favorite bug, like an actual bug that you've seen, something silly, maybe a glitched model, something that just kind of made you laugh and it stuck with you?
Does it have to be in my own game?
You know what? We can branch it out to anything you've ever played.
I think trying to get up mountains in Skyrim and sometimes just kind of catapulting. They had a lot of kind of weird ones where you didn't quite interact with the world, I think, the way you expected.
Do you ever find that kind of inspirational, kind of like, even though it wasn't intentional, that kind of interaction, but it has become so iconic? I think that's why Skyrim has had such staying power, because of these like unintentional little finicky bits. Do you find that like inspirational maybe in your like personal gaming projects or things like that?
Yeah, I mean, it shows that you don't need to make it perfect. Every little fault has its charm.
No
Sorry,
faults in
got
the
distracted by the go
gameplay.
route.
Oh, it's all right. That happens plenty. But, you know, you're playing a very clean game here, which, of course, we're not too shocked by, given the circumstances. But it's been really interesting to watch you play. Certainly the best college football guest to have joined us so far.
Best game I've ever seen, in fact.
Is it the only game you've ever seen, Mel?
No comment.
Yeah.
But I think that adds some joy and some whimsy into my experience. I think being thrown into this new room with new people, I can really find so much happiness in being present with Lucas and Nolan.
Yeah, I mean, what is your take, having sort of seen now a half of college football, seeing what they're doing with the plays and trying to make those plays to their players?
I can't even lie. This is making me almost want to go to a real game. I'm almost about to pull up my email and reserve tickets to this Saturday game, which is rare for me. I'm not big for shouting.
Well, certainly a lot of fun for many people shouting at CQ Stadium early in the season. Maybe not as much later on with how Maryland football went. But, of course, this is the last chance before the offseason will hit. And then it's 9 months until we get more football.
Wow.
But from the development side, Lucas, what is that sort of period like? I mean, Maryland will have 9 months, but realistically, going from the end of the college football playoff, that's, 8 months with no football? What are you guys doing in that time? And we just baited a delay of game out of you. Very sorry about that, but still curious in your answer to that question.
Yeah, I mean, when you're making these games, I think football is year-round. I think it gives you less to react to day to day, but there's a lot of fun and exciting things you can do to make it exciting even when football's not going on.
Well, what do you do? What do you do in your off time? Because we established what games you like to play. We have those RPGs. But what do we do in the home life? What are our other activities outside of sports?
I've really been getting into reality television.
Wow! Okay, what shows? You have to tell.
I've been watching the new season of Mormon Moms.
Really? What really drew you to that show? I'm so interested. Should I get involved?
I think my bar is as low as my fiance said. I think this will be fun to watch,
Oh.
and I said I'd give it a try.
Oh, but I think that's so beautiful, though. Now it's a fun thing to do between partners.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations on the happy engagement.
Are we
and
invited?
soon to be marriage. I doubt we'll be invited to that, but certainly good to see you at this point in your life. I know Mel can take you on the reality side of this. Take the Mormon wives. I will be here with Lucas in the college football sphere, because he was really, compared to Josiah, a master of this game. 21-0 as Josiah's about to hit to halftime. And tackling him down at the 5-yard line on the kickoff is certainly not ideal. Not that he'll be able to do much with just 9 seconds on the clock anyways, but Lucas, have you had people you know personally, family, relatives, sort of have conversations with you about a game like this when you're working on something so big?
Oh, absolutely.
Is that good things, bad things? What are they? Well, this is a bad thing for Josiah right here.
I needed to get the safety.
Multi-car pileup.
A safety, yeah, as the ball comes out of the quarterback's hands. Now, Mel, not my football head. When the offense ends up getting tackled with the ball in the end zone, not that they're trying to score on, the end zone that they're coming away from,
Okay.
that's called a safety. That
Okay.
is 2 points to the opposing team, so you'll see now 23-0 to Lucas over Josiah. But now it's halftime, and Josiah is the one that's going to have to be given a real good team talk as halftime begins and is over now, and we are back into the second half. This is one of those things where, you're talking about going to the football game. This one goes a little bit quicker than the actual football does.
I actually just saw the entire halftime show. I don't know about you. They brought a whole truck out there. Did you blink?
I might have missed it. Yeah, Lucas, you see?
Yeah.
See,
Oh, that's just
Yeah.
on me then,
you
yeah.
gotta keep your eyes open, man. You're missing out of all the real integral. That's not a word. Continue.
Integral. Yeah. But something that is integral to this
Okay,
experience
don't harp on my
is
language.
the fan reaction, to go back to what we were talking about. Do people come from you from the fan perspective, Lucas? Do they come to you from the help me out here? What's the vibe?
I'd say it's mostly from a fan perspective, feeling like their favorite player or their favorite team needs a certain amount of attention and love.
Well, we talked about that here briefly with Malik Washington at the start, but in your experience being a fan, has there ever been sort of that desire to, see your favorite players or teams reflected a little bit better than they are?
Absolutely. I think there was like 4 or 5 straight weeks last season where I went to some content designers talking about Ty Felton.
Yeah, I mean, he was certainly a guy who popped off in the real world. I don't know how he was on college football, but he's getting some good snaps in the NFL now. But that was a place where Josiah might have wanted Ty Felton. Maybe would have been better equipped to haul in that catch. It's a good play defensively, though. The individuality of what you're able to do with these players in CFB is so fascinating. I mean, being able to take over those individuals and make those plays. How much do you say that is a bit of a new experience for gamers, getting that sort of control?
I mean, I don't know that it's new. I think it's evolved. I think it looks a lot different than where it maybe started with Madden or FC. I made the same mistake twice.
Yeah, that's that. He goes, and it's the punting situation. You put the punt formation out. He throws the offense on. It's a play. I think we might have just given you something to come back to the meeting on Tuesday with.
No, I think you're right.
Well, certainly, let us know, and we'll come on stream to talk about how we in Terps Esports helped make college football 26 better. That would be a really great pride point for us as cats, especially you, Mel. Saying that you made an impact on this game.
I genuinely am just really happy to be here. I feel kind of honored. It's really, I get a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect when I'm sitting around people who are just so familiar with what they're talking about. Like, it's really awe-inspiring. I wish I had this same passion for something that clearly means so much to entire communities, particularly, like, not only this development team, but you as just kind of an audience member in football.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to tie back to, we were talking about the evolution of the game a little bit earlier. What is, like, your dream thing to put into CFB? Like, what is the next stage in evolution that if you had total control would happen?
It's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I did it again.
Well,
you can ruminate on it.
yeah. We'll let you think.
Yeah, sorry.
No, perfectly all right. We're going to need...
All I can think is having the right defense on 4th down.
Well, we will be watching the patch notes to make sure that it happens. But for now, seeing Josiah make a little bit of a comeback on this drive. He's getting down the field well. Another completion up the middle to Dorian Fleming, somebody he really loves. I don't know. I've found that tight ends are a pretty nice safety blanket for me playing this game too, Lucas. Is that something you've seen?
Yeah, they're a great outlet. Really good with the short to intermediate routes. They just get open.
Yeah. You agree with that, Mel?
100%.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm nothing if not supportive.
Well, now here you can support Maryland as they're getting close to the end zone here. Big play on 2nd down to drop him back, but Josiah looking like he might get on the board.
I'm looking, again, I'm sorry, as not a football head, I can only kind of really appreciate the artistry of the game itself, and I'm looking at the different character models of different players. How many unique character models are there in this game for actual players themselves?
I think we're pretty representative of what was my session? The over 10,000 players that are featured in the game.
Yeah, it was certainly representative as Josiah here to represent for the University of Maryland College Park Gaming. Looks pretty happy with himself,
He was so ecstatic.
Certainly not easy to take a new game like that, but he just scored a touchdown. Once again, it is to the tight end, Dorian Fleming. Maryland on the board against Michigan, something that is not a guarantee for Maryland this week, so certainly good to see Josiah make it happen late in the 3rd quarter here. The 2-point attempt is good as well, so that makes it a 15-point game. That is 2 scores if he can somehow figure out how to stop Lucas, but certainly easier to attack in this game than to defend. But from the developer side, how do you try and map defense accurately? Because it's certainly, in my estimation, the harder part of football.
Yeah, it's tough because with AI and different mechanisms at play, it's not just having the right formations, it's making sure the players react the way that you would expect them to on the actual football field, depending on what you call. And I think with so many different plays and so many different situations you can end up in, it's sometimes hard to account for all those variations.
Yeah, I know. Plenty of frustrating things have surfaced among any game, but of course in college football as well. If there was something that, on behalf of the people that you're working with, you could say to the people who are a little frustrated with what goes on, what would that be?
That for every issue you see, there are dozens of developers working tirelessly to make these games as quality as they can. And so, no matter how frustrated you are, understand they're also frustrated and want to try and make this thing as polished as they can get it. And just keep that empathy.
Yeah, certainly empathy big, but I mean, Mel, we got a lot of positive things to say about this from our short time here, don't we?
I really have been enjoying watching this game. Again, this is the first time I've probably properly experienced any sport game outside of my little brother playing NHL. But it's so fascinating, all of the little details put into it. I keep looking into the audience. I keep seeing just kind of that continuous movement. I look to the sidelines. There's just so much passion and detail put into all of these little, just, again, not necessary things. This could be black and white pixels on a screen. We could be playing Pong right now. You ever think about that? We could be playing Pong. But we aren't, because someone has sat down, many people have sat down and put in just hours and hours of their heart and soul into this product. I did have, as I was sitting here, I had a different question. What are the chances we could get maybe some randomized events, like a cat on the field? Like, what are the chances of a cat on the field happening in CFB?
I'm not sure, but that would be a whole lot of fun.
I think that would
Because-
really make me giggle.
And it is one of the things you get at a live broadcast where you have more of the unexpected.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly hard to make something account for the unexpected like that, I would think. I don't know that EA is going to hire somebody to sit down and code the visuals of a cat running out onto all of these different fields, but
I have $5 with whoever want to do it. Their name is on it. If they want to
Alright.
put a cat in the game, squirrel, any rodent.
I guess something else for those Tuesday meetings. But
Nolan does not like my idea.
hey, I'm not going to say I don't like it. I'm going to defer to the professional on how
Lucas
feasible
is
that
full
would be.
of joy and whimsy.
Oh, yes, of course, but he's also full of realism, maybe.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past somebody to try it. I think we definitely want to nail down the people physics before we go any further.
You know what? I'll accept that for now, but I'm gonna take it as a win.
What does that people physics part look like, though? I know in the past there's been different games that have done like suit tracking. Is that what EA does for CFB?
Yeah, I believe it's a mix. I think we've been pretty public about like mocap being a part of what we do, and bringing in like real folks to go through the motions and make sure that we're being as representative of real football as we can on the field.
Have you ever considered getting in one of those mocap suits just to maybe do like a referee or someone on the sidelines, just to have a little secret piece of yourself additionally in the game?
No, but that's because I have a different secret piece of myself in the game.
Are we allowed
Where-
to know?
You are, so it's not that secret. But if you make a Wooleyhand in Road to Glory or Dynasty or really wherever you can put a player, the announcers will say Wooleyhand.
So they took your last name and they had the announcers make that a thing?
Yep.
That's so okay, do you have that as your ringtone? Tell the truth.
No, but was it the first thing I posted to Facebook after 25 came out? Yes.
Aww, that's so
Absolutely.
sweet.
Oh, that's awesome. Are there other things that EA sort of does for employees that have worked on this to kind of memorialize them like that?
Yeah, I had a friend who I worked on College 25 with, who if you stay until the end of the credits, you will get to see a little in memoriam for my friend Chef.
That's very nice of them, yeah. But now that we're here in the game, you are looking like practically a guarantee that you're going to be taking this one.
Have
I
some
know
faith.
You're sitting here now just, winding down the clock a little bit? This game's about to be over. But, gotta say, Lucas, it has been an absolute, or maybe it's not over yet. We'll hold on for closing remarks. That is an easy touchdown there. Just one more for the road, right?
Yeah, just one more.
Yeah.
Gotta
Well,
get to 30.
Whoa.
even 31 if you try it.
Could pay back the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, but looks like just a regular PAT here. And the try is up and good, so it is 30-8, Lucas over Josiah. I mean, Mel, did we expect this big of a result coming in?
Maybe I did. You know,
Okay.
if I knew one thing, maybe it was that Josiah would have quite an uphill battle against someone who has, put many professional hours behind the game they're about to play. But I think 8 points is still a valiant effort for, again, someone who this is his first time really competitively playing.
Yeah, and we'll maybe try and coach him up a little bit while we've got him here on the broadcast. Anything that you think that we should be saying to him, Lucas? Just little tips you've seen from watching him play?
Or maybe some trash talk.
If you adjust at the line of scrimmage, you can set your protections, which will help buy some time in the pocket on your receiver.
Yeah, we will see if he knows what the line of scrimmage is, what protections are, and maybe after that, how to press the buttons to do that. But we'll certainly keep that in mind. We appreciate the input.
Now I do have kind of a silly question. So I've noticed specifically the Allstate logo appearing between the posts. How do we decide which companies get their name in here? Is it true to life, or is it related to EA's actual sponsorships?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't have as much insight into the in-game surfacing of brands like Allstate.
That's a valid answer. I just get nosy.
yes, there's so much in this game. Certainly, can't imagine how big the team is that ended up doing everything to get this together. We will accept an incomplete answer from all of the information that you have given us, all the insight. It has been much appreciated, Lucas. Taking your time has been incredibly valiant of you, and it's something that we appreciate a lot here at Terps Esports. We know you're a very busy man, and everybody watching at home, and from our behalf, a really massive thank you.
Absolutely happy to be here. It's a ton of fun to get to go out and do something like this.
Do you have, again, any final words you want to say to us here in the studio? Because, again, we're just so appreciative, and we want to make sure your voice is heard before we close out this segment.
I mean, just a lot of appreciation for all the great fans of the University of Maryland and all these different schools throughout college football that make it so that a game like this can exist and continue existing. As well as all the people I get to work with on this game that make it happen.
Absolutely. Millions of people across the country appreciate you and your staff. And we have 2 more in this studio today as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Lucas. It's been a pleasure having you on. We're just going to have to ask you to sign off now. Like a goodbye.
All right. Well, thank you again, and I will see you eventually.
Yeah, well, one more game coming up, and we will be joined for that by the head of UMCP Gaming, Josiah. But for now, we are going to head to a quick break. We'll see you after that.
And we are back now with Josiah, again, the president and also chairman of the board for the UMCP Gaming Club. Josiah, tell us how you felt about that last game first and foremost.
Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job considering it was my first ever game, time playing this game. I also found it very emblematic of the current football team that we have. I think I was proportionally about the same as the homecoming game this year. So we're going to see if I can do a little better this time, though.
Yeah, well, we are now in your ear. We can, of course, offer a little bit of help to you.
Or heckle.
But we really...
What the heck?
No, that's all right, actually, because
right.
with that ball going out the back of the end zone, you're going to start at the 25-yard line. Yeah.
Got a touchback. Okay.
Are you much of a football knower outside of this?
I am not much in or out. No, I just know basic stuff. Okay. I think I'm just going to go for that. In the middle of the A for that. No, I just occasionally come and watch a Terps football game. It's always a good time.
Okay.
That's my bad. I should have pressed A there.
I am going to... This might be a bit more of a struggle because you're going to have to answer questions while you play, so I'm sorry in advance for that. But I do have to ask because you were a little bit sad that we didn't get as into the gaming club during our first interview. So do you want to tell me a bit more about that? Just like what your operations are, what your role in the club is, just anything and anything you can think about the club.
Yeah, so Butterfingers. He's so the UMCP Gaming is the largest, one of the largest clubs on campus. We have 4,300 members in our Discord now. We have about, I want to say 600 something on TerpLink, which is the internal club system at the University of Maryland. So we are definitely, whoop, there we go. Catch that. I don't know if that was down. Oh, apparently not. So, yeah, we have basically every game under the sun, including the casual side of a lot of the communities that Terps Esports supports. Our vice president, Suman Kim, she's actually one of the players on Terps Esports Game Changers. So, yeah, it's a very close relationship between our two organizations. I think we work together really well to support all kinds of Terps for all kinds of different interests.
I know we're so grateful here at UMD Esports just for that connection, because we at UMD Esports do tend to be a little bit more serious, a little bit more aligned. So I think having the gaming club as therefore a more just loose outlet for people who are just, again, not necessarily casuals, but people who aren't in the competitive scene as much. So I think it's amazing what you guys are doing and the community that you've been able to establish.
Pretty amazing throw you just made there, too.
Yeah. And I think that we've also sort of shown that having these lower level teams can also be great for Terps Esports, because you can sort of see the potential in certain players and move them up the ranks as they continue to mature, both as players and as students.
Yeah.
So, again, huge overlap between our communities. So I've always been fond of, like, for example, we had a first look fair. I don't know what happened, but what the heck? Wait, am I supposed to press a button here? Nope. What button?
Press B.
B. Oh.
Now press it.
Oh.
Or
Bruh.
Or
Incredible
it's a delay
button.
of game, unfortunately. But not the end of the world.
Yeah, we'll get back.
5 yards. Oh, he didn't even look at that. Such a nice move from Lucas to not
Well, thank you
accept
very
the
much.
delay of
Appreciate
game
it, Lucas.
penalty.
I mean, we just talked with him. He's a very kind guy.
Oh, absolutely. Absolute pleasure to talk to.
Okay, I do have to ask you another question, Josiah. I'm sorry. But, so again, with the gaming club being a bit more of a casual version, do you have anything like that you offer at gaming club that you would love to see in UMD Esports at that higher competitive level, or are you pretty content with what the current offering is?
Definitely Rainbow Six. I know they have a lot of really, really good players that are very passionate about. They have a lot of folks that are really passionate about their game, but there's a lot of I don't know. They want to move up the ranks. They're working hard, and we'd love to see that be adopted into Terps Esports.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very good answer. I know Siege was one of the games that got me into gaming personally. It was big in my, just the exposure to games like that. Were there any for you, Josiah, that games that really made you as a gamer?
Hold on, let me just.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you're going the wrong way. Man.
Whoa, no! Wait a minute. No, that's the wrong direction. No. What the heck happened there?
I think we should just make this a cooperative sport.
Oh.
I think we should join Lucas and Josiah onto the same team.
I think we need to stop asking Josiah questions. He was putting together a real great drive until we made him think.
Oh boy.
I know.
We're gonna get back.
We need some softer balls to throw.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You have a favorite color?
Blue. Gotta be blue. That's
All right.
that's a classic.
Lame choice.
Well, I got a hex code for my blue.
Really? Okay, you have to say it out loud for all of the viewers, watchers, etc.
1C50AC.
We're pulling it up in the booth right now. We're
It's
pulling
good
it up.
blue. It's good blue.
1C50AC.
That's correct.
Hold it up to the screen. Hold it up to the screen.
This is not very Nope. Hold on. That's why, because it's not a hex code.
He's not good at. He's not
I
good at the
got
internet.
some.
He'll figure it out.
Oh. All right, here we can. Oh.
That is not blue.
That's. Hold on.
That's a green, Josiah.
I think you typed it in wrong.
1C50AC.
That's correct.
I need to see this blue, and I need the
1C
audience to see.
five-
Oh, okay.
All right. No,
You know-
that's not it. That's
oh.
not it. Listen. I call games. I don't. I don't search up color hex codes
Why?
on my phone.
I'll show you after the.
Yeah,
have to
you guys
show
can
you.
trade tips and tricks.
Yeah.
No. Give me the name one more time.
We're still on the hex code.
We're still on the hex code.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
1C
1C
50
50
AC.
AC.
Okay, he messed it up again.
Listen, that was not me. That was all the website.
Oh, I'm just gonna have to accept we're never gonna see this blue.
It's gonna be. It's a whatever it is. Whatever.
Okay, the professionals are pulling it up so we can see.
Am I remembering this code wrong?
Okay, the blue. We have the blue
All right,
pulled
we have
up.
the blue
We gotta
in the studio. There is a blue. It does exist. You do have it right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you do not have a touchdown though.
Yeah. No.
I was too busy finding a color to see what happened.
Yeah.
Can you
apparently
talk me
running
through?
backwards doesn't help. With
Yeah,
scoring
yeah.
touchdown. That's how that works.
I got it.
Man, where did my player go, huh? Wait a minute. I don't know what I was controlling now.
When I asked the favorite color question, I really didn't expect it to be a whole ordeal.
Yeah. I'm gonna
you
give
know?
you the whole.
Oh, hey, I got it. All right, give me the camera back.
purple.
Give me the camera back. Nope, we've got a blue. We
That's
have a blue
purple.
right here.
Oh, shoot.
1C508. Oh, that really shows up as purple on the
It's
camera.
purple.
That is on my phone screen. That is a blue.
It's kind of an indigo.
That
for all of our viewers, it's kind of an indigo.
It is a deeper blue, but that is definitely a.
It's
Josiah, I did you wrong earlier. I stand by your choice of color. This is a good color.
It's a good color. Very good.
Why do you have the hex code at the ready?
Because I like to work on logos, something that I work on quite a bit. Yeah, I fixed up our club logo. It's just a thing I do on the side.
Fun fact: we tied it back around into the topic at hand.
Yeah. I think our club logo was designed by a mildly inebriated college student who
Aren't we
was
all?
screwing around in Adobe Illustrator. So I had to convert that to an SVG and fix that up. It was bothering me. It also bothered a lot of other people, but I'm the only one who actually fixed the problem.
Well, those may be some of your responsibilities. What other stuff were you doing for UMCP Gaming?
Oh, I play Minecraft a lot. Or like I'd hope I'm still homeless on my Minecraft server. I haven't built a house yet, but I'm gonna do it eventually, which is what I said the last 2 years. But no, I'm sure one day I'll find the schematic for my house and build it sooner rather than later. Maybe winter break. I have time. What on earth?
What do you do then on the server if not live in a house? How
Oh.
are you shuffling around in shulker boxes?
around-
What's like the plan?
Yeah, I go around, explore, go into people's houses and crash in their basements when they're not looking. Yeah, I got to put down to bed every once in a while and sleep through the night. Yeah, I'm a bit of a hermit right now, but I'm gonna get back in the swing of things.
Is griefing an issue that pops up in such a large server like that?
No, because my server, having run it for 10 years, I became better and better at managing the community. And one of the things, like I mentioned during my interview, is that it's so important getting feedback and input from your community about how to, how they want it run. And with that, talking to my community and figuring out what would work best, we came up with a very like complex set of rules. It's actually on our website. It is probably 10 pages long or something.
Wow.
And that sort of keeps things orderly, and also there's different groups and you're able to claim land so that people know this is my area, this is your area. So there's conflict and pick it up live. Press the Y button.
Once again, struggling to find the button, but
do
we
it.
got there this
I'm
time.
gonna do it.
So, Nolan, as a professional at this sport, as we all know, what is his game plan to you? How are you interpreting this?
Josiah's game plan?
Yeah.
Josiah's game plan, I think, is to do what the game does very well and accept a lot of the coach suggestions, which frankly is my game plan when I play this game. You know, I think a big part of what makes CFB so easily engaging for people is those coach suggestions. Like, you'll notice when they pull it up, the first 3 plays on the screen are the 3 that the CFB AI brain think tank, I don't know the term, you know, we obviously know somebody who would, but he is not on this interview currently, but it's going through and it's giving you, like right here, it's giving Josiah the gun trips Y/straight inside zone, the pistol Y off trips vertical tight end cross, and the gun tray open straight open zone. Now, that may, in its entirety, not mean a lot to you or me or most people.
It doesn't mean anything to you?
But not much. A little bit. But the big thing is it gives you...
Oh, yeah, let's go.
The big thing is it gives you those arrows. It shows you where on the screen those people are going, and you saw it right there with Josiah's receiver, who made a huge go route down the sidelines, made that big catch to get him already past midfield. It's a great start. We can talk about the game for a second here, because this looks like a completely new man. I mean, Josiah, what changed for you between game 1 and game 2?
I figured out how the buttons work.
Any button in particular you want to give a shout out to?
The A button.
A.
You have to hold it. That that helps. Because then otherwise you can't throw the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
good to know.
certainly good to know the A button. But
What the heck?
oh, that
What?
went the wrong way.
Seems to be a repeated issue on the field today.
Yeah.
There's something on the ground.
Maybe a compass would help in game. We should contact Lucas, figure out a compass. Top right-hand corner.
Yeah, or maybe a mini map.
Yeah,
that
mini-map.
just
I think
shows,
mini-map would be
Mini-map.
shows another field and all the players moving on the field. But
Oh,
again,
you're kidding me. You are joking.
Not even
No.
a mini map could have saved him from that one. That's just great user defense from Lucas, who was able to pull in the interception.
Oh, man.
And while we're in this transition period, I have gotten word that we have a blue.
We have the blue?
We have a blue.
Oh my gosh, can we cut to the blue?
I think we
Nope.
we might be cutting to the blue at some point here. Certainly something
Or cut to us.
that could happen.
This is
but yeah, this
he's
is
wearing
me.
blue. This is blue.
This is not the blue.
This is the
though.
first time
This
that
is-
technical
Oh,
difficulty isn't the blue.
oh.
The blue. The blue.
the
Did
blue
you guys
popped
see
up?
that? Did you guys see that? Guys.
I saw the blue.
It's kind of a cornflower blue. That's the color I'm thinking of. If you guys know the Crayola crayon cornflower blue.
Oh, that is a huge throw.
Ooh.
That was almost an interception.
Eh,
Come on, man. Kinda,
so,
RNG at this point. I'm just getting cooked by the game.
so Josiah, I just want you to be aware that you're not the one that is being laughed at right now. Even though you did just get a touchdown scored on you. The blue took over the screen for a second there. We saw a blue. And Mel's a little amused. So is Lucas. Lucas is enjoying it too. That was
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
oh, taking all those blue feelings away right now. As Josiah is not amused by my joke.
Holy crap, that was hilarious. I felt like I got flashbanged. I didn't comprehend what was on the screen for a second. I thought it was just transitioning between cuts, and then I realized it was the blue. That was really beautiful production team. Thank you.
And on that amazing note, we hit halftime in game 2. Josiah
Yeah.
down a lot less this time.
Yep.
Things have certainly gone better. anything in specific you're going to be looking to do coming out of the halftime that already ended?
Do I want to tell Lucas that information? You know.
Oh.
You could, but
All right. Let me answer your question. If I don't have a plan, then Lucas can't predict my plan, right? That's how that works.
that's a very good point. Something that we will certainly keep in mind as we head into the second half of this game.
Man, why does he get the ball again?
I'm sorry.
Cooked.
I'm so easily entertained by blue.
What were we talking about before we that one time before the blue came up?
We were stop. I need whoever's doing that to stop right now, or I won't be able to get it together. Okay.
So, Josiah, I think what
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were what we were trying to do is sort of talk more about your
UMPC.
role as sort of being a leader within the gaming community. We obviously it's a fun thing at the end of the day. It's video games, but you got to assume there's some less than fun stuff that sort of you have to take along with it.
Yeah, it's two things primarily. It's dealing with bureaucracy and dealing with hold on. Get that guy. All right, there we go. It's mostly bureaucracy, dealing with bureaucracy, and then also dealing with dealing with bureaucracy, dealing with organization, and then we have our once a semester LAN events where we go into IREEB and we play video games together for a day. And when we do that, it's a lot of IT. It's like, oh wow, the internet just stopped working at the most inconvenient time, and yeah, then you want to be, well, that's unfortunate. You want to play games, but also like there's 150, 200 people in the room, and you can't really do that. You kind of have to focus on getting stuff back up and running. So, yeah.
I do have to ask, for anyone watching who maybe is interested in the gaming club or even just like kind of supporting all of your efforts, where can they like reach out, join the club, or where could they offer some support for all of your very hard work?
Yeah, so the best place to go to get everything is TerpLink, terplink.umd.edu. If you type in gaming into the search bar, you will get our club pretty quickly. There will also be a link to our Discord on that page, which you should join because that's where basically everything happens. But if you want to go directly to the Discord, it's ter.ps, so like Terps, but with a dot before the PS, /UMCP gaming.
Ooh.
And yeah, once you get there, by the way, you can join pretty much every gaming community on campus really easily because we work together with basically every single gaming club.
I know you're super duper busy running the club itself and all of your other like extracurricular and curricular activities, but are there any other clubs that you personally partake in or other like pastimes outside of gaming that you really like?
Oh, pastimes outside of gaming. Let me think. Honestly, I think this has been like my sole dedication for like 2 or 3 years now.
Wow.
You know, I've done everything I do is pretty much in some way related to it. So it's somewhat obsessive, I guess, but I don't know. I think the better word might be dedicated.
Yeah.
That is a very good word for it. It's a very good word for it. Certainly, it takes a lot of dedication to be doing something to the extent that you are. Certainly, I mean, an important fabric of the social life that we have today that isn't even really touched on as much. You know, the power that these games have to bring people together, bring college students here together.
Yeah, that's why I really got into this whole gaming club. I wanted to, you know, I know there's certain groups of people that have more difficulty, you know, neurodivergent folks that have difficulty maybe interacting with people, and gaming is a great way to get around some of you know, the social. Are you joking me? The social anxiety that comes with playing with maybe meeting up in person. I'm just getting my butt kicked today, man. I'm having a nice conversation, and I get an interception out of the blue.
Out of the what? Out of the what?
Oh no! Not the blue again! No!
Stop! I need to stop. Stop, because it's not that funny. It's not. You need to turn Josiah blue. You gotta elevate your game, okay? No more reusing the blue.
Why? What
Wow.
on earth is this
That
team?
was an excellent play.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Just straight out the middle, he
Get my
finds the
foot.
separation. That's Michigan's offensive line, something that is going to have an impact as we go into the game this weekend. That's one of the fun things. We talked about it with Lucas, but this game is just so hyper accurate. I mean, being somebody who has spent your fair share of time in CQ, this feel pretty good to you?
I don't think you registered.
Sorry.
it.
Oh, that was me.
That was in fact a question. Yes.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Could you sorry? Could
He
you say
was-
the question again?
He was blue screening.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, how do you feel about the realism of this game, having spent plenty of time in CQ Stadium in real life and
Oh,
seen
it's spot on. I mean, the only thing is that the crowds, the multicolored crowds, that might be inaccurate because at UMD we have like days where you're supposed to bring only like one color, so it might be better to like randomize the entire crowd the same color almost.
Yeah, because the colors that people are and the colors that people wear like that is very important.
Yeah.
Like on a day like this Saturday, there's going to be a lot of people coming into this stadium wearing blue for Michigan.
Yeah.
We know a lot about blue people.
No, man, you didn't. Oh my God, I didn't register that. No. Oh.
I have a problem.
You know, we do appreciate that you gave us a hex code though, because that's enabled. I think the best bit that we have been able to pull off since I've been in this studio, and we've had some good bits. So thank you for that. At the
I
very
need
least.
you guys to stop it. Like,
I think it's gonna make a return next week. I think it's gonna haunt you guys.
it's gonna,
like a
next
specter.
time I'm in the studio, they're gonna be flashing blue, and I'm gonna think I'm hallucinating.
You're gonna start laughing on stream and you're gonna look crazy.
And no one's gonna get it because they will blink and miss it, and it's not funny. It's not funny. You're not funny.
Technical director does, however, think he is very funny.
Oh, he thinks he's hilarious.
But I don't know. Josiah, how are you as a humor guy? Are you a funny guy?
Oh, I think so. You know, I think more of the sarcasm side of things.
Really? I
Yeah.
would never have gotten that from you.
No.
Oh, you're so funny.
Thank you. But,
Surely that guy will catch the ball for once. Good
he
job,
did.
finally. Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, you've been able to put together some consistently good plays here. It's just a few interceptions from Michigan's defense, which is something to be expected, as Michigan's strength as a team is their defense, is something that's really made the difference in this second game. You know, the scoreline is similar, but this one feels a lot closer.
I do have to
than it has
ask, do we want to place bets on how accurate this is going to reflect Saturday's game?
That is what I was thinking, actually. I
Yeah?
was wondering how close the score is going to be. I think we got to get Michigan a few more touchdowns, and then we'll be spot on.
You
Probably.
hear that, Lucas? You got to
Lucas,
up
you-
the numbers.
Yeah, you gotta pump those numbers up.
Well, I'm sure he'll keep it in mind as he goes back. He'll say, we need to fix the punting
I feel
situation.
like I've just poked a
and we
sleeping
need
bear.
to make Maryland worse.
I feel like I've just poked a sleeping bear. I feel like I'm about to unleash something that.
I do have to ask, trying to just recenter myself. What do you think is probably your most, again, you use the word dedicated. What game have you dedicated the most of your life towards?
Ooh, so that's a good question. I guess it's between two games, Minecraft and Warframe.
Really?
Yeah, Warframe. I began playing with a friend of mine back in 2016. So I've had, I think, 2,000 plus hours in that game on Steam. But then Minecraft, it's genuinely uncountable. I do not know the number. I don't think I ever could. It's in the thousands. And that's not just being on. It's also dealing with the server side stuff and managing the community, all that stuff. That's what I came to the UMCP gaming for, actually, is I was the games board for. What the heck? Wait. Oh, that's RB. Okay, I did not register that. That's not right trigger. That's right button. So. Hello. Thank you. Coach suggestions. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, so that's what I came here for. I was running the Minecraft side of UMCP Gaming, and then I became treasurer shortly thereafter, actually, because been a treasurer for another club. And then after that, I did a decent job as treasurer, and they were like, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. Let's make him president. So that's how I ended up in my current position.
Did you ever think you'd end up in such like just a large scale position through something like Minecraft? Was that ever in your future?
No,
Or
I had no idea. In fact, I didn't even know when I was treasurer that I would become the president. And in fact, like I pretty much said to the president, hey, I'm not sure if I want to take on this kind of responsibility. He said, I think you're going to have to, and it'll look good on your resume. And I was like, okay, hold on, resume. Wait a minute, what do you mean? He said, oh, every time I go in an interview, they're like, oh, you ran the gaming club. And it's true. If you're in IT, everyone's gamers. Like, everyone plays video games, so it's a huge, like, conversation starter. Like, wait, what did you do when you were there? And when you say that you've managed a group of, for him it was like 10 people, my predecessor, but for me, I've expanded the games board probably like 2 times over, so we got close to 20 people on the games board. That's just the administrative side. So it's a lot of skill that's necessary.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly impressive, but with so much of your day dedicated to like stuff on the screens, is there any way that you sort of keep yourself feeling good, feeling healthy, even like with your eyes, maybe something like blue light glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just make sure to turn on like a night light filter at night. You want to not be using blue light if you can, or reduce it. And then also just make sure to get up every once in a while and look at least like something at least 15 feet away. You want your eyes to be able to focus and stuff. That's the wow. Hold on, Lucas, that was incredible. Do y'all see that juke?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, he just sliced through 2 players there. Certainly very
Good
impressive.
Job. Yeah. So, but I also go out, like I walk my dog to just get a breather sometimes, because it can be so. You can feel like you're just stuck to a chair, but I think it's good to get out and walk around, stay centered.
I guess in that same vein, like, where's your favorite place just to go out and touch grass? I know you've been eating a lot of dirt in this game, but in the real world.
Yeah, speaking of eating dirt, it's 1st and goal. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting to Loxley numbers. Let's pump them up. Let's go.
But somewhere to touch grass? You have a
Somewhere
favorite
to touch
spot?
grass. There's a trail by. I'm a commuter student, so like by my house.
Woo woo.
There's a trail. Yeah, commuting. Woo. There's a trail by my house that I always love to go by, and it's got a nice little brook, and it's on the north branch of the Anacostia River, so it's really peaceful.
Is the brook blue?
Man, you're. That's pushing it.
Do you wear your blue light glasses when you go to the blue
Oh,
brook?
boo.
Yes. No, but yeah, the brook is blue, I guess, maybe.
It's probably more of if it's near the Anacostia, it's probably more of kind of a sad brownish green.
Yeah.
It is prettier than you'd think. I was surprised by. And it's very tranquil because there's like it's bubbling kind of brook.
Oh, he just grittied on you.
Whoa, I didn't know they did that in this game.
Yeah, no,
I feel hurt.
College football does a really good job at sticking with the times. They've got stuff like the gritty. You're going to see a 6-7 celebration in the game next year.
Do you gritty?
I personally wouldn't consider myself a big grittier, no. Much more of a 6-7 person.
I could tell. Josiah, do you gritty?
No. I'm afraid I can't say that I'm the type.
No.
I definitely also don't 6-7 because when I hear my brother say that, my little brother, I wanna do to his head what this football is. Oh my God, annoys the hell out of me. What do you mean 6-7? What does that even mean? I don't know. From some kind of song apparently. Like, it's insufferable.
I guess kind of tying into your brothers, have they played any like inspirational roles in your like gaming career, or are they just kind of, is it a typical annoying little brother kind of thing?
Oh, I'm the older sibling, so I'm getting sacked. That's so cool. I'm the older brother, so I actually introduced my younger siblings to video gaming. And I
I think it had effect in their lives, just introducing them into actually the digital world. I also built both of them computer, like my younger sister, younger brother. I built them both computers, so they're able to actually play pretty much whatever they want.
Do you think kind of like
again? Are you joking me? This is just.
And that one all the way into the end zone.
Oh.
Mel, that's what they call a pick six. When the defense takes the ball, goes all the way back into the end zone.
I was just getting
That's
worse.
a pick six.
Now I know what the controls are.
That
It's
is,
getting
that
worse.
is. But, you know, I think after the controls, the next part that'll come is just, you know, the seeing the field, the vision part. Because, you know, a few
Mini-map.
of them, it's been, yeah, maybe a mini-map would help. But the unfortunate interceptions from the guys in maize and blue. And, you know, it's certainly, I mean, would you say that you have learned through even just these two games? Has it been intuitive?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that I need to go through the tutorials more because I know EA does a really good job with the tutorials at the beginning of like sports games. I played a lot of NHL games growing up, and they were always really straightforward. And I know that the folks at EA do a really great job of that.
No, they certainly have. I mean, we talked to one today, but it's always fun to get the consumer side view as well, because I think for a lot of games like this, there can be such a great symbiotic relationship between, you know, the people making the game and the people playing the game. I think college football especially has been one of those where, you know, maybe if you can dedicate some hours in between your Minecraft server and sink some time into it, a lot of people have ended up really enjoying it.
Yeah. We're going to try it.
All right. Time ticking down. That is, unfortunately,
So I don't think that is a
Off target.
touchdown.
I don't think that counts.
But I saw it like kind of in my mind's eye.
it was almost
know.
a touchdown. Like,
Yeah.
if you
Not
really
get intercepted every
You
3
look.
seconds. We'd have a
Like
touchdown.
right
on
here,
that.
right here, I see the vision, I see the future, and it's a touchdown.
And
And we got a sack.
that one's a sack. And that
Is the game.
doing my job for me. Now, I got to say, I did not expect it to go this way. 38-0 in that game, too.
Oh, Lucas. Hi, Lucas.
Lucas tearing it up, you know. See him there, looking pretty happy. I mean, how can you not be
Yeah.
having done that? That was really an impressive showing from him. Thinking maybe he was just going easy the first time around.
I think so. Or maybe it was because we kind of distracted Josiah a little bit this second time. We got to give him some credit. We were kind of yapping his ear off, but I have a lot of faith. I think the future third match, when they reunite, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful game.
Yeah, we'll put him in Bed Wars, see what happens.
Yes.
Just
Oh, yeah.
level the playing
I
fields a
mean,
little
this
bit.
time I was seeing red. Next time I'll be seeing blue.
I really just appreciate the delay because I think it really allows us and you, the viewer, to kind of resonate with the fact that he said the word and then just kind of like,
the
you
word,
know.
the word blue.
Look, they didn't do it. They didn't do it on time. They were too slow.
No,
So,
they were. But yeah.
Josiah, can you please give us your final words and your goodbyes? We were so grateful to have you here.
Folks, join UMCP Gaming. We got every game that you could ever look for. You'll have a great time. Make great friends.
All right.
See ya.
Well, thank you so much, Josiah. It has been a very informative, very football-filled, very colorful, we shall say, time here in the Terps Esports studio today. We had a really interesting time going through college football there.
Yeah.
I mean, again, not a game that you understood, but something that even the people who don't understand
Yeah.
can appreciate.
We can find and make our own joys just because it's a game, and I think that's the beautiful part of gaming and its production, that even if you're not quite there for the reason, you're there for the fun, you know?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's a fun introduction because
Yeah.
games like that for the sports games can be a bit of a bridge for the sports people to
Yeah.
games and the gaming people to sports. It's fascinating how those two worlds can collide like we saw here today with college football. But before we go today, we do have to thank our sponsors, the Philip Merrill College of Journalism, which houses us, the Recreation and Wellness Center, RecWell, which gives us a more metaphysical home, and, of course, Playwire. They are all instrumental in what we do here, and we are incredibly grateful for their support.
And of course, we have to thank Lucas and Josiah for coming out tonight and just having fun with us. We're so grateful we could do this production today.
Yeah, it's been an absolute joy, but it's been us in College Park. I'm Nolan.
I'm Mel.
And have a great night, everybody.